I don't know what I look like. You know, I really don't, because I don't know. I just don't. I look different every time I look in the mirror. Sometimes I look in the mirror and all I can see is flaws.
What would you consider to be the perfect body? Is it a small waist, large proportions, tall or short in height? As you can see, there are so many variations. Welcome to Hey Kristen, a channel where we discuss social topics that affect you, me, and everyone in between. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Today, we're talking about the pressure of having the perfect body and how outside influences have shaped the way that we view our body and others over the years. I would consider social media platforms as the primary culprit for people questioning their self-image. We see curated photos and filtered videos popping up every hour. Instagram is one of the most popular platforms today. We have gym influencers, musicians, quote-unquote models, and others choosing what to share with people. A prime example of this is gym influencers, and they get these surgeries and they play it off like they built their bodies in the gym. Those following their tips and guidance eventually find out that those exercises are not going to produce the same outcome, and that leads them down two different roads or two different options. They can either give up and they spiral, or they can start to experiment and eventually find out what works for them.
Okay, can someone please explain to me why we call these perfect looking humans influencers when they literally do not influence anything? Like, I am sure that they have amazing personalities, but by looking at their Instagram, I cannot be influenced in any way. The only way that they are influencing me is making me feel insecure, because I will never have the same life as them. I will never look anything close to what they look like. What are they influencing? Like, I do not know what their morals are. I don't know what they're teaching young people. I don't know. What are they influencing? Like, I'm genuinely so confused as to why our society made that, like, heavenly. Like, we look at them and we want to be them, but I don't even know who they are. Also, we spend so much time talking about mental health, and that is so important and that is amazing, and I love that. However, we're not talking about how much social media is ruining our mental health. We have 12-year-old girls idolizing and looking up to these influencers. What are they influencing?
I do post a lot about the body image pressures and the perfectionism we see online, and these ideal lives and these ideal bodies and people who are happy all the time. And I always want to kind of pull the curtain back. And that's what I try to do on my show, Real Pod, is like, bring people on, tell me what you're struggling with, because all we are seeing is a highlight reel. I think we need to not just like blindly give kids access to social media without like having those conversations about, okay, and like who you follow, you're going to see. And so ask yourself, why am I subscribing to this person? I think we need to have those conversations more instead of just being like, here's Instagram, here's TikTok. Also, I personally think it's like on each and every one of us to be vulnerable and transparent as we can. Like, if someone wants to get a BBL, get a BBL, but don't put out a workout class that you're charging and saying if you do this many scorpions in your glutes a day, you're going to get this butt.
False advertising, honestly.
And there's literally girls out there who are 14 doing these workouts thinking they're going to get the body.
Right.
Over the decades, Tumblr has provided some gems for us to view and learn about, and also it has some dark tunnels. If you were on Tumblr from 2009 to 2014 or in that range, you probably remember the aesthetic blogs and some of the darker content that was circling on the platform. Much of it had to do with body image and body checks. Many reflect on the impact Tumblr had on their lives and carry what they have learned about how an unmanaged website could have a long-lasting impact.
So it's been 10 years since 2014 Tumblr and the platform's obsession with eating disorder culture. And for a while, things were looking up. Even though body-centric conversations started out a bit rough in the 2010s, we've grown a lot since then. Body positivity got really popular, followed by body neutrality. Regular people and influencers started openly promoting therapy and recovery tools. We've had lots of really productive conversations on beauty standards and bodies on all of these different social platforms. And then comes TikTok. Now it seems like we've gone backwards. Body checking, restrictive what I eat in a days, filters analyzing our faces, an obsession with labels like guy pretty versus girl pretty. Given the past decade of progress, why are we slipping back into such unhealthy territory? Well, for one, TikTok and Tumblr both cater to young people. Obviously, both platforms have people of all ages on them, but the largest demographic is youth, and the largest trends are driven by Gen Z and Gen Alpha. And when you you have so many young people congregating in one place, leading culture and discourse, there is bound to be a fair amount of groupthink. Highly impressionable teens can be easily swayed by videos encouraging them to eat or look a certain way, and then drive the algorithm to push that content far and wide. Second, it's easier to evade content moderation on TikTok compared to other social platforms. Substitute suicide with unalive and you can basically post whatever you want. And it was the same with Tumblr. There has got to be a better way of doing moderation and filtering at scale. Thirdly, and most importantly, is that TikTok and Tumblr are both highly anonymous. These are platforms defined by escapism, chronically online people, and self-referential humor. They encourage digital-first communities in ways that other social media platforms don't. Meanwhile, Facebook and Instagram often mirror our communities in real life. They're filled with people we live by, people we go to school with, go to work with. So when you do have that layer of anonymity, it makes it much easier to indulge in taboo topics and promote harmful content. Someone might not post a picture of their thigh gap to their Instagram story, but maybe they would here. One factor that does make TikTok a little bit more aggressive than Tumblr is that now we have algorithmically pushed videos. Whatever awful ED content you saw on Tumblr is now being forced onto people's feeds without them even searching for it. And the more that you interact with it, the more you get. So knowing all of this, I think that it's important that we don't let history repeat itself. To older Gen Z and millennials, let's give young people the help and support that we wish we had when we were first online. Report harmful videos, don't engage in bad trends like body checking, share resources with one another, and stitch and call out creators who are sending out the wrong message. And don't feel bad if you're struggling, because this isn't solely the younger generation's fault. This is a symptom of larger systemic issues like racism, fat phobia, ableism, lack of accessible treatment, and even socioeconomic strain. Until we work on fixing these issues, it doesn't really matter if we're on Tumblr or TikTok. Some weird new platform will appear 10 years from now, and it'll become the host for these types of conversations.
TV shows have played a major part in people seeking a quote-unquote perfect body over the decades. America's Next Top Model is a show that everyone is talking about right now due to the documentary that's on Netflix. We are all aware of the distasteful comments that Tyra and the other judges on the show have said to contestants. Like, we are aware that modeling is no joke, and the industry is no joke. But we don't need to degrade people and have elements of fear factor to garner viewership. Another show is Love Island. And it's a popular show with multiple spin-offs, including in the UK, the US, and Australia. I have not watched the show, but I understand some viewers' concerns about body image. The images that I've always seen when it comes to the show is that people are in bikinis, and I guess that is on par with the theme of the show. Viewers may say, wow, and might pursue these body types, unaware that some of the contestants have enhanced bodies and to seek the image of always being photo ready at all times. Some honorable mentions for this section when it comes to television shows is The Swan, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and The Bachelor / The Bachelorette series. Do you think there are any other shows that should be added to this list or have a similar theme?
The biggest concern with Cassie for me was the size of her hips. I just want to measure your thighs just to see where we're at.
Got the best body here.
She needs to lose 5 to 10 pounds.
They're all fat.
Like a bowl of that yogurt, and you're just going filling up more. It's just yogurt. She said she wants to lose weight. She wants help. I'm gonna help. She's getting rich.
So I picked an animal that I think represents each and all of you.
Everybody else has these sexy little animals. I get to be the big fat elephant.
But I hate to say it, they had to do a lot of body work on you and retouching.
At home, pretty much I try to, eat right. And we come here, my metabolism, everything is thrown off.
Stop! If you're sporting a gut, then you turn to the side and disguise it.
You're new. Be honest with yourself and don't point the finger, because nobody will retouch a picture as much as we did this.
We are in the fashion industry. If you don't fit the clothes, you don't work.
Slim down 150 pounds. That would be good.
Then she'd be 30 pounds.
That would be better.
As a child, I was kind of tomboyish. Even on my wedding night, I just never felt sexy. I really saw my body change after I had my children. I'm the heaviest I've ever been in my life. And I could pick apart so many features of my body that I don't like. My nose, my thighs are the biggest they've ever been. I never felt real feminine. feeling? I feel so feminine.
Oh, the wait's nearly over, but what was the hardest part of the last 3 months?
Being away from my children, that's the hardest part. It's been a journey, but it's worth every minute of it. Cinderella only had a fairy godmother. I was blessed with a fairy god team. I feel so loved and so encouraged to be a woman, that it's okay to be strong and smart and soft and beautiful. It's okay. I'm going to combine the two. I'm so happy! I'm going to smile all the time!
Mr. Smith, who is going to be the sexy cop on the block now, huh?
I never dreamed it would be like this.
Congratulate Cinnamon, she looks incredible!
Do you think the points I made are fair? Would you add points? Do you completely disagree? Let me know in the comments section. The idea of the quote-unquote perfect body has always existed. This includes the avenues that directly and indirectly promote chasing something unrealistic. I've struggled with this myself and still deal with body image issues, even while being what society would consider a socially acceptable weight. I cannot forget the times where I was a kid and people would treat me different because I was either over 200 pounds or close to it. We have to be careful about the media we consume and how it actively affects us. Our statements and perceptions of ourselves can be passed down to future generations. If you found this video insightful, you'll probably like the one popping up on the screen now. See you in the next one.